Hello dear students. Today's video will explain the difference between a static and an instance variable in a Java program. First of all, let us see what is a variable. A variable is a named memory location which can store data value. A named memory location means some location in RAM is given the name of this variable, and the value is stored and a value is manipulated at that memory location using the name of the variable. A variable can be broadly classified into a local variable or a global variable. Let us see what are these. A local variable is actually declared inside a particular block, like inside a method or a loop or if condition or else block or any of such blocks. So, this local variable is accessible inside that particular block only in which it is declared. On the other hand, a global variable is accessible throughout the class because it is declared inside the class but outside all the functions. So it is available in all the functions of that particular class. A global variable can be categorized into two types: an instance variable or a static variable. Let us study these two individually. But before moving on to the description of static and instance variables, let us have a glance at the hierarchy of the variables. A class variable is also called a static variable. And remember children, only one copy of a static variable exists in RAM, which is used through the name of the class. How it is used, we'll be seeing that through examples. See the example. A static variable is declared using static keyword. On the other hand, an instance variable is also called a non-static variable, and multiple copies of a non-static variable are created in RAM. And these multiple copies get associated with the objects of the class. Let us see this example. A class is given, class XYZ, which has a data member which is non-static, integer type A. As it is non-static, so this A variable will be called instance variable. And when we create multiple objects, then this particular variable will get connected to each of those objects of the class XYZ. This way, we can maintain multiple copies of the same data member, integer type A, in RAM, which is done through different objects. Let us see a demonstration of static or a class variable. Let's say we have declared two objects, obj1 and obj2, and we have one static integer type variable A in some class. So, if through object 1, obj1, we store 100 in variable A, and through object 2, that is obj2, we store 200 in integer type variable A, which is also static, then the latest value will be maintained and retained in that variable because it is being done the changes are being made at the same common memory location. In other words, this common location, which is named as A in RAM, is being shared between multiple objects. Being static, it is being shared between multiple objects. So, you must have noticed that it's of no use controlling the same memory location through different names because a common value is maintained in it. Now let's have a glance at what happens in case of non-static or instance variables. Multiple objects of the class, as in this case obj1 and obj2, will have their own copy of instance variable declared in RAM. That means simultaneously different values can be maintained in the same data member, but which is now associated with two objects. Let us go through this example. We have two data members. One is static type AA, another one is non-static integer type B. We are creating two objects, obj1 and obj2, and through these two objects we are trying to control the static data member. Through one object we are storing 20.0 in it, and through object 2 we are storing 21.0 in it. Remember, the changes are being made at the same common location which is being pointed towards by both the objects. Then we have a case of instance variables. Object 1 will have its own copy of B data member, and in it we are storing 200, and object 2 will have its own copy of B instance variable, in which we are storing 201. That means both the values will be stored at two different memory locations managed by two different objects of the same class. Then the last two statements are printing the values of object 1.a, object 2.a, object 1.b and object 2.b. Just go through it carefully and check the output which is coming up. We stored 20.0 in variable A through object 1, and then we carried out overwriting by object 2 at the same memory location which is named as variable A. As object 1 and object 2 both are sharing the common memory location named as A, so the updated value, that is 21.0, the latest one, is shown while printing. It does not matter whether it is being called through object 1 or object 2 because it is the common memory location which is being pointed towards by two different objects. This is a static data member, which is also known as a class variable. And object 1.b and object 2.b both are showing two different values because B is a non-static instance variable. So it is created and associated with multiple objects individually. So each object is able to manage different set of values at their own memory locations. So the conclusion is, instead of calling the static member through different objects, we should call it through the name of the class. As the name of the class is ABC, so it should be used as abc.x, and then we can store the values in it, or we can update the values which is stored in it. Now, look at this example. Notice the changes made in it. Instead of calling the static member A through object 1 or object 2, we are calling it through the name of the class. The name of the class is XYZ. So, xyz.a equals to 20.0, xyz.a equals to 21.0. Remember, it is the common memory location, the same memory location being accessed twice. And just like the previous example, we have another case of different memory locations managed through different objects, which is obviously a non-static or an instance variable, integer type B. At the end of the program, we are printing the values of A and B through the class name xyz.a for a static member and obj1.b and obj2.b for the non-static member, which is also called instance variable. Just see the output that is coming up. A value of A is 21.0, that is the updated value, and value of B will be different for the two different objects. This is an instance variable. To understand the concept better, let us go through an assignment. A program is coming up. You have to predict the output of that code. But as you read the code, please pause the screen. Once you have solved that question on your own, then only play the video to get the answer. I hope you have gone through the program carefully and worked on the output on your own before coming to the screen. Just see whether your answer matches this answer or not. Remember, static members are declared only once at one memory location, and those are controlled through the name of the class itself. And as you know, that instance variable gets associated with the objects individually. So we have two different values for B variable. One through object 1 and another one through object 2. Because these values are stored at two different memory locations controlled by two different objects. I hope this video proves to be fruitful for you in understanding the concept. Take care, keep practicing, and enjoy programming.